Tell me how, or I guess tell me about your conversion, just what the Lord did in your life as a saving work, to where you got to Grace Point.
Well, it was probably about a journey of about 10 years that it took, because I was in a situation back in '98, and it was just like, bam, I can't do this anymore. I need help. And, that's when the Lord, I believe, really started coming into my life. He was just walking by my side because I didn't really take the first step to go any further. But my point to Grace Point was, my wife got me to go. I listened to a couple of the messages. I understood them, and I enjoyed them. And I just saw what was in the church. I saw the love that people had for each other, and it was awesome. I mean, it's such a warm feeling to be a part of. And who wouldn't want that? I mean, you see everybody smiling, you see people shaking each other's hands, giving hugs, and you want to be a part of that. And when we first moved to Cleveland, we weren't a part of anything. So it was a great opportunity for Linda and myself, and it's just been a blessing ever since.
Mm-hmm. That's excellent. Okay, you got to Grace Point. We're here. And then from Grace Point, tell us how you got involved from that first place, got deeper involved in what the church is doing, specifically moving towards a Life Point group.
Well, Linda and I were talking one day, and we really wanted to get to know people at Grace Point. And lo and behold, there's Life Point groups. It just so happened that I guess it was starting, rather soon. So when everybody met in the cafe, we listened to all the leaders, and we just happened to pick Sonny Moss. He just intrigued us at that time, and he had a game plan, and so we went with it. We felt comfortable, and that's a big thing about Life Points too, is the comfort zone. I mean, after the first day, when everybody gets first meets, I mean, it's there. I mean, you can almost take your shoes off and just start relaxing. That's how our Life Points group was. It's just been amazing.
Okay, now we'll take the step. Okay, now in a Life Point group, tell us how your Life Point group has ministered to you, and in ways that you've been able to minister to others inside the church and outside the church.
Well, considering I kind of am a person that just watches a lot of stuff, and I listen, or try to anyways, I listen to Ron, Bean, and Sonny, and because I figured they had the most experience, and they have given me a wealth of knowledge. Sonny's come over and just loved on me, and giving me material to read, and that's the first step to me. So I in turn would take that same message that Sonny and Ron were sharing with me, and give it to my son, or whoever would listen.
With you and Linda, how has your life changed? How's the aspects of just just everyday life, your marriage, your parenting, your work? How has that changed you?
Well, our communication, to me, is a little bit better, but I'm sure Linda would say otherwise. But I mean, we become a little bit more patient, and we're not rushing things. I mean, you know what? If somebody does something, all right, don't sweat, let it go. Yeah, I mean, that's what they're telling us. Let it go. And when you do let things go, I mean, the stress isn't there.
Right. It's having faith.
Yeah.
It's having faith in someone who's much more powerful than
we
are.
Because I know the Lord's guiding me. So how can I mess up?
His word tells us that.
Tell
me what you would advise someone who is either new to Grace Point or has been coming to Grace Point but hasn't gotten involved in a Life Point group. What would you tell them?
I would tell them to come in, join. you will learn something. You'll make friends. When Linda and I have joined the group that we have, I mean, they're like they're an extended family, and we've helped them. They've helped us. We've learned from each other. If you've never been into Life Points, it's a great opportunity. You know, if you've been there and haven't been around in a while, we need you. I mean, people with experience, there's somebody like me that needs you in there, because I need help.
Life Point groups are Grace Point being the church. God has called us to make disciples. He's called us to share who He is with other people. The way that we can strengthen each other, the way that we can make disciples is in Life Point groups, as we study the Word, as we share the Word with each other, as we pray for each other, as we live life together with each other. Our desire, again, is that every member here at Grace Point be a part of a group. What we have today is right after service is we have a Life Point link, and this is a great opportunity for you to come into the cafe if you do not have a Life Point group or you're looking for a new group, to hear from some of the Life Point leaders what they're doing, to get connected, to hear about when they meet, what time, where, and to get involved. We're going to have a bite to eat here after service, so come on over, stay for a little while, hear about the Life Point groups, give us some information so that these leaders can contact you and get you involved in a group. Our desire, again, is that you get involved in this vital part of who we are at the Church at Grace Point.